Alright guys, so today we have all Gen 1 to Gen 9, we have every ghost-type Pokemon that's ever existed, and for the spooky season we are going to rank them on how scary these Pokemon would be if we just encountered them. Even if we were in the world of Pokemon, if we encountered these spooky, scary ghost-type Pokemon, how terrified would we be? Or would we just find them kind of cute?
Should we say like, okay, if you encountered these specifically in like a dark hallway in an old haunted house or just a scary house, like how scared would you actually be if you saw this guy? Yeah, okay.
That's a good setting. Let's say the setting is scary house.
Do we have a specific house in mind in the Pokemon world? What do you think?
the old chateau.
Oh, the old chateau. Okay, guys. So imagine this. Use your imagination, right? Old chateau. You're walking through a hallway, a bunch of rooms everywhere. You can hear laughs of Gengars and shit in the background, and each footstep there's like a creak on the floor. You know, I'm just trying to paint a picture. Okay, it's scary. It's terrifying.
I feel like I could DM this now, right? Okay. As you turn the corner, a sword falls off of a statue of armor and lands with a clank on the floor.
Love it.
It's a oh my god, what's it called? It's an Aegislash, and it comes up off the floor. How scared are you, Connor, of this haunted sword and shield?
I am mildly disturbed, I would say, because like floating objects that are sharp is kind of okay to me. Like, I'm okay. I mean, if you really think about it, this is just a sword with an eye on it. You know, if it's like maybe I would be kind of like, oh my god, there's a sword, but then like 5 seconds later, I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. I was maybe.
This is a Pokemon.
Yeah. So what do you think? Mildly disturbing?
I'd put it up to spooky because I find haunted inanimate objects pretty spooky. Okay, Connor, you turn the next corner and out from a room comes this giant colorful ball. It rolls across the floor, it explodes, and then it reforms into the Pokemon Blacephalon. This is an alien ghost clown.
No. Anything that even kind of resembles a clown, it's a no for me. Like, I would put that eerie or terrifying even. Like, alien and it's a clown? No.
That's terrifying. I'm agree with you. That's terrifying.
Great. Okay, what up? What do we...
Next up,
I'm walking down the hall. I open this door. It's a room, and I think I'm all alone. But then all of a sudden, there are two flashes of flames in the corner, and I see this Marowak.
Yeah, these flashes of blue flames. It's Marowak. It's not just a Marowak. It's an Alolan Marowak.
Oh my god, dude.
It's doing a traditional tribal dance. Are you scared?
No, I'm joining him on this in this little dance, dude. We're both jamming at this point. I'm gonna say not scary.
That's great.
I feel like he's just vibing and he's just like doing his whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Honestly, it's still a Marowak to me. It's not scary. Okay. Calyrex. Okay, you look out the window and
yes,
coming towards you is this giant bulbous-headed creature riding on a ghost horse. This is Calyrex and Spectrier riding across. I don't know what its form's called. It's riding across the plains. It's like a headless horseman situation. Connor, are you scared?
I am only mildly no. You know what? No, I'm not scared because I think the issue with this design is the fact that they're like two. Like the dark purple horse design with the bright green colored design. I don't think that's gonna be a very scary combination. You know, if anything, I'm slightly intimidated by people who are smaller than me, right? And I know this guy with a big head is gonna be way smaller than I am, so I'm gonna be like. Yeah, I'm not okay. But bottom line is, I'm not scared.
Disturbed.
I am no. I would
mildly
say I'm
disturbed. Not even scared. Okay.
Not even scared. I feel like I'm. Yeah. I also it's a horsey. You know, I'm not scared of a horsey.
It's a horsey. Yeah.
It's a horsey.
All right. You look up and the chandelier swings menacingly. Its flames burning ever brighter. It crashes to the floor, and it's a chandelier. Ooh, rhyming.
It's swinging menacingly. I love that. Yeah. I do find that the non like moving face kind of scary, and we were talking about how you think that objects that are possessed is pretty scary, but I think especially with this one, I think the design is quite like weird and not very. It doesn't have much character, and I feel like that has a lot of.
That's pretty
like,
scary.
Yeah, I would say maybe
what
spooky,
is the
maybe the same level of.
I'd say a bit higher. I'd say it's creepy.
You think it's creepy? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, next up.
What you think is an ancient Egypt coffin just standing in the middle of a sarcophagus, standing in the corner of the room, suddenly starts shaking as if something wants to get out. Suddenly 4 shadowy hands and glowing red eyes come from this creature. Are you scared?
Oh my god, yes. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
reach
gonna
out
be
to you.
one because like this thing is also pretty like it's probably gonna be like human size, right? So having
definitely.
that like move around, maybe it shakes up a bit and then the hands pop out. Yeah, dude, eerie if anything.
Wow, we're going eerie. Yeah, I'm with you. Definitely.
Okay,
I think the fact, like, also you don't know what's in there. Like maybe it wants to put you in there. I think that's actually one of the lore things.
Oh no, yeah, definitely not. In fact, I would actually put it up in terrifying if that was the case.
Yeah, terrifying, sure.
Do you want? Okay, great.
Yeah, bump it up.
Bump it up.
Okay, so bump it up. So from the ground beneath you, you see there's a hole in the floor and there's a lot of water, and out comes this weird coral spiky thing. This is a cursola, and it is basically a dead piece of coral. That's like, it's like the ghost of coral. It's very scary. Are you scared?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't you lie to me, you son of a gun. It's a not scary thing, I would say. It looks adorable.
More sad. It's more sad.
It's more sad, yeah.
The coral's dead, dude. From that side, this is actually a really big hole, and you can see basically a lake underneath. And also swinging around down there is a giant possessed anchor. This is Delmise. Are you scared? I don't think I'm scared.
I also don't think so. Maybe mildly disturbed because again, it is an object and has that weird eye. I would say it's kind of scary, but yeah, not
it's
really.
not as scary as a sword. It's not as like a sword coming towards me. I'm scared, but I'm not as scared of like
like
an anchor.
Oh no, it's an anchor. It's gonna keep me in place.
It's gonna swing.
Oh no.
I'm sure there's some scarier lore that we're missing out on some of these, but yeah, there's definitely a mildly disturbing.
Sweet. Oh yeah.
All right, now Dragapult. This is an interesting. I didn't even. Okay, so a giant dragon floats towards you through the wall, and maybe it floats towards you through the wall, and suddenly it shoots out baby dragon ghosts out of its horns towards you. Scared.
Well, firstly, I'm terrified of commitment, so the whole baby thing would completely throw me off guard. So I would say it's kind of spooky, kind of like this big giant like lizard thing kind of floating towards me, and then like tinier lizard thing comes. You know what? No, creepy. I would put it up in creepy.
I think so. I think having this like little extra element of like it's a creature and it's got like smaller versions
creatures,
of that creature, kind of.
Yeah, and I'm getting like Harry Potter vibes, dude. Like the giant spider and the.
Oh, and the little spiders. I was gonna say Oogie Boogie when he like reveals that he's like made of bugs.
Oh,
like,
that's even worse. That's even yeah. I would
Okay,
creepy.
so spooky.
Eerie.
Spooky? Eerie?
Okay, no, creepy.
It doesn't visually. Yeah, creepy.
Yeah,
Visually, it's not very scary. It kind of looks like a nice
in the dark,
dragon.
initially, it would be kind of like, oh my god, and then like smaller things, and it's like, oh my god, like that would be kind of weird. Yeah.
I think same for its next. It's the middle stage as well. I forget its name, but I also think it's not eerie. It's just kind of creepy. It's maybe even spooky because it looks like it's much friendlier.
I think as it goes, it's gonna be like spooky, and then the next one, its first base form, I would say not scary. Actually, it looks adorable.
It does look adorable, but I'm imagining like lots of these flying around.
True. Okay. Mildly
little
disturbing.
Wormy things. Mildly disturbing.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, now we know a lot about Driftblooms and Driftloons and carrying children away and people away. It's pretty scary, Connor. It's pretty scary. The roof opens up and this descends on you, Connor. This giant balloon with arms.
Yeah, okay. That's eerie. That's eerie as hell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's eerie because it's so quiet, like a balloon doesn't make a lot of noise. So it's just kind of like a presence that's always there. I think the same for Driftloon. Honestly, I think just a little balloon. There's just something scary about balloons, We've been trained to be scared of balloons.
Which
and
is
this
weird
is the
because
reason.
like I think the connection with balloons and clowns is quite like deeply connected, especially with the It movie. I don't know, the concept of clowns were invented to like make kids laugh, but it's had the opposite effect for our generation, especially. Like, what the heck?
Anyway. Yeah, because it's been like made scary. All right, you go into the kitchen and everything's rattling, and again comes out of the next door this big dusk noir with its big red eyes staring at you.
How big is this thing?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think it's terribly big.
I think a lot of these are like based off how big they are, because I think a lot of like creatures can also get scarier with size. Like lions wouldn't be that scary if they were actually like normal house cat size, but the bigger they are, the scarier they'll be. So with this thing, I would say if it is even close to like human size, it's pretty scary. Like this thing with arms and floating.
It could probably make itself appear like bigger as well.
Yeah.
It also doesn't have a face, so that like things without a face are also ultimately like immediately like creepy territory for me.
Yeah. Okay, I'll accept that. That's an acceptable answer, my good sir. Okay, these cute little things, I don't think those are scary at all. It's adorable.
No, they're really not scary. I'm sure they have some scary lore, but to me they're really not scary. They're just little jellyfishes. Yeah.
Yeah, little jellyfish. Ooh.
More things are coming from the walls now, Connor. It just in droves. And
yes.
You're running through this hallway as these ghostly, smoky orbs come towards you. They're ghastlies, Connor.
Oh no.
They're yeah.
Ghastly or ghastly?
Whichever.
That's the scariest question
Ghastly.
that I've asked this whole game. Yeah.
I don't think they're scary.
Like giant black balls floating in the air with eyes and fangs. I would say that's pretty scary. And these things can
Maybe
also turn
spooky.
invisible and stuff, right?
That's true. That's true. They probably up in Erie, actually. I think they're scarier than Gengars.
Whoa,
in that kind of regard.
That's a big statement. Okay, Gengars, that with the whole like being able to jump into shadows.
But
what do you
that
think?
makes them scarier. That makes them scarier, that they're like living in your shadow and they're always like right there. And they're always like mischievous and like up to no good as well.
Yeah, and they'd probably like to make you even more scared. They'd make stuff drop around you, like objects and things. Maybe make a chandelier. Like
they could do anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna say eerie as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Because like when you actually see it, you're like, oh no, it's fine. It's just a big purple bean,
Yeah. Connor, the Gengar in front of you sinks into the floor, and suddenly red energy starts erupting out. This Gengar grows to the size of the building, filling up the central area of the house, and revealing itself to be.
Hell no! We were just talking about
Gengar.
The bigger they are, the scarier that they are. It's with this thing, I would have a heart attack. Like that freaking tongue, dude, and that giant gaping mouth, dude. I wouldn't even be able to run. I would just be so terrified. Like I would piss myself and just fall to the floor. Like that's all I'll be able to handle. I would put this in terrifying.
I think this is terrifying. I think anything that's like giant and a ghost is probably going to be quite terrifying. Yeah. All right, Giratina, the devil himself over here, comes floating from the mouth of the giant Gengar that's in front of you.
How did that happen? Oh my goodness.
So
it has two different forms. So am I in the other dimension, or are we still?
I think the idea is that this house is like in the space between spaces, so it can sort of take on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this design, because I think this design is a lot scarier than his like on Earth design.
Origin form. Yeah.
Yeah. With those like weird, because I don't even know what they are. The tendrils, like very terrifying, I would say.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Pumpkin with the anime girl head.
Yes, that's right. It's Gorgeist. This is not scary. If I was in a pumpkin patch and a pumpkin turned into this, I'd probably be like, oh, look, the pumpkin's dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's just adorable. Yeah. What do you think of this guy?
Haunter, man, I think the whole line is just up in Erie, right? You just know these guys are gonna like mess with you until you're actually terrified.
They're also just iconic, man. Like they've appeared in so many episodes in the anime. It's I would love for them to all be in Erie. So I'm glad. Okay, what about these guys?
More jellyfishes.
Yeah,
not scary.
But like older and wiser. They're like the sweet old grandparents from next door.
What was that show where the guy had like the ghost of his grandfather living with him? I think it was Monster Allergies. It's like that, like a friendly grandpa ghost, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of cute. Okay, I think we need to do like 2 more and then wrap it up, dude.
And then part 2 this. All right, guys. So for our last 2, we have Lampent and Litwick. Now, Lampent, I think is going to fall under the same creepy vibes as its evolution chandelier. I think the idea of like the little lamps on the wall coming alive and floating around.
The design is kind of adorable. I would put it in spooky, if anything. Like, look at his little wave. He's waving at me. He's like, hello there. Hello, good sir.
Hello. Welcome to my haunted mansion.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Would you like some tea?
Oh, I would love
some tea.
Ooh, yes.
I'll put on a pod.
Oh, okie dokie. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm not the ghost in the scenario.
You're being a bit rude. You're insulting me, and I'm making you tea. I might steal your soul. Okay,
so
spooky it is, Connor.
Okay, sweet.
And then for Litwick, now Litwick's like again, like this whole line just like slowly drains your soul. And again, I think this is scarier because if you don't look at this properly, right, you go, oh, that's a little blue candle. That's very cute. You know, they're all lined up along the mantelpiece, and you're thinking that's fine. Suddenly, like you're like, damn, I'm tired. I feel like I need a nap because like it's like my whole energy is just gone, and it's these little like laughing candles that are like all around the room.
Ooh, no, anything in a scary situation that laughs, I'm outie, dude. I'm outie.
You're outie. I think Litwick, if you took it at face value and you were like, oh, there's just candles in here, and then the candles were actually the ghosts, I think that's pretty creepy.
Nice. I would say that like eerie. The laughing thing really gets me. Really gets me. Like kids in a scary situation as well, just horrible. Like
let's end on Marshadow. Sorry.
Okay, Marshadow. Let's do it. Okay, so Marshadow reminds me of that really creepy kid in the back of the class and who never spoke ever. And just kind of like experience everything secondhand and just stared at you from a distance. Like,
Connor, there was no kid in the back of the classroom. I don't know what you're talking. We all sat in one row. I don't know what you were talking about, Connor.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I would put this in like terrifying, dude. Like anything that's just quiet and doesn't say a thing and just watches you.
He does do that. He does that the whole movie. It's so freaky as well.
Dude, I've been watching the movie and I know exactly, like, just from the design and, like, the look of this Pokemon, like, I just know for a fact that it won't give you a good time.
So the whole time, Connor, while you've been in this haunted house, you've noticed these orange eyes burning into you, but you can't quite make out what it is. And then suddenly from the shadows emerges Marshadow, its eyes glowing and its body made of smoke. And then, Connor, you put it in terrifying because it's terrifying. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed us ranking these. I know there's a lot more ghost types to go, and we will be doing them over in part 2, which will be up as soon as we can. And so, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, because you're going to want to see where we put the rest of these spooky ghost types and where this spooky scenario we've painted goes.
And with that, goodbye!
Goodbye!